I still have the Buccaneer set to do. He's one of the cards, so I don't need to use any of my coins on him. I'll just fill him into the set. What's going on, guys? DK here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be going over another coin making method for Madden 20 Ultimate Team. Now I've seen a pretty similar method bouncing around a little bit. I'm going to be adding a tiny little twist to it based on something that I want to accomplish, and I think it could benefit a lot of you guys as well. So stay along to the end of this video so you can see all the different ways that this can be completed and which way benefits you the most. Before I get into it though, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm only a week into the channel so far, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'd love to keep going, and it'd be a lot more fun to keep going if I get that feedback from you guys. Let me know down in the comments after watching this video if you have any questions, or if you completed it. Let me know how it works for you. So without further ado, let's get into it. So now to kick off this method, you're going to want to buy two 91s for as cheap as you possibly can. Right now I'm going to recommend trying to get those for about 50k or less total, so about 25k each. They've been switching around a lot. They've been lower, they've been higher. Just depends on the market. So maybe if they're a little higher when you first try this out, come back a little later before you buy them, try it later. So I actually went ahead and I bought these two 91s right here. So I'm going to start off by adding these over into the Team of the Year Specialist set. This is going to be kind of the main focus set that we're looking at. Just going to be tossing both of these into that Specialist set, and that'll take care of the 91s for us. Okay, now like a lot of other methods that are out there, this method is going to be based on the Theme Diamonds 2 set piece that you can buy for 1,730 training. So now for the method that I'm going to show you, you're going to need about 50,000 training. It's really not that particular. You can have less than that, you can have more than that. But if you do need training, I recommend going onto the auction house, finding the cheapest 97 you can find. Look for them about 130,000 coins or less. And actually, if you're going to do that, I would wait until either Thursday, which would be tomorrow when you're seeing this, or the weekend, because those are when the most common market crashes are due to the newer cards coming out. I'm going to be rolling 28 of these Theme Diamond 2 set piece, which is about exactly the conversion that you get from the training that you would quick sell from a 97 card. So I'm going to hop into this spreadsheet that I put together right away to keep track of what you're going to do with the cards that you pull. Now we're not really going to worry about this until we have all the cards in the item binder. We'll get around to that in a little bit, but for now, if you want to grab a screenshot of this so you have it before we get into the method, like I said, we'll come back to this later. It'll be a lot more important to us after we get those cards pulled. So now we're just going to go ahead, start pulling these. Like I said, 1730 training a pop. We're going to roll out 28 of these. Not going to show you all the cards. I'll come back to you once we get all these cards in the item binder, and then we'll break down those cards individually based on what their best value is. So I'll rip through these 28 packs, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Okay guys, so we got our 28 cards pulled. Here we are in the item binder. You can see these are the cards that I got. Now the reason we start out by buying two 91s is to fill out that Specialist set as I showed before. You don't want to rely on having to pull 91s out of those Theme Diamond set pieces. Now out of my 28 rolls, I actually ended up pulling two 91s. So those I'll just hold on for the next time that I re-roll this set. Then I won't have to spend that 50k. That's another 50k that I'm saving, some more money in the bank. But for now, let's start going through these cards. So the first one we see here is this 86 Derrick Henry. Now taking a look at that spreadsheet, we see that 86s we're going to add to the 87 to 88 exchange set unless they're worth 6k or more, in which case we're going to sell. So hopping back over to the item binder, we'll look up this Derrick Henry, see what he's selling for. He's going for about 6,000. You know, it won't be much. We are going to put him up for that 6k. So now, as I mentioned, I had this 91 that typically will go into the Team of the Year Specialist. Hold on to him for the next reroll. So we see an 87 Terrell Suggs. We'll jump on back over into the spreadsheet, and we can see 87 we're going to throw into the Team of the Year Specialist set unless it's worth 8k or more, in which case we're going to sell. So checking out this Terrell Suggs on the auction block. He's going for a little less than 8k. These majority are actually above 8k, so this one could be tough. This one you could probably go ahead and sell. You could put them up for 8.5, 9k. For the sake of this video though, I'm just going to toss them into the set so we can move along, try to get this Team of the Year Specialist completed. So now we have this 88 Michael Bennett. Moving over to the spreadsheet. All 88s we're going to toss into that Specialist set. Unless they're worth 9k or more, we're going to sell. So looking at this Michael Bennett, He's going for about 10k right now. So this is probably a card that you guys are going to want to sell. Again though, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and add him into the set. I'm losing out on a little bit of coins, but I just want to make sure that I get the main points across in this video. So this might not be the most profitable roll for me, but if you guys follow along with the main steps, you should end up making some good coins. So next up we got this 88 Kenyon Drake. Again, same lines. If we're looking for 9k or more, we're going to sell, which typically we would be selling. I'm just going to toss him into the set. 87 Kevin King. 87s, we're looking for 8,000 or more to sell. So we'll look up this Kevin King. And he is worth enough. And normally, as I said, for the sake of this video, I would just add him into the set, although we already did add those 88s into the set. So him, I am actually going to auction up. Put him at right about 9,000. Just a little bit less, try to make sure he sells. Now these normal 80 to 84s, as you saw on the spreadsheet, we're going to be tossing those into the 21 to 32 draft set. Now these ones are going to be the most time consuming ones, but if you keep re-rolling this method, eventually you'll pick up enough of those cards to get up to a 97 overall draft hero, which are going to be going for a lot of coins. It'll take some time to get there, but it'll pay off once you do. So now, right here, finally we get to the first card where my method differs a little bit, and that is actually the root of what these packs are for, is the Theme Diamonds 2. Now I started on the Theme Diamonds 2 earlier on in the year. I didn't really pay very close attention to them. It was one of the first sets that I kind of got involved in once it came out. Started throwing stuff in there. And now today, I'm well over halfway, probably close to 75% of the way through the Theme Diamonds 2. And once you get all of those put together, you're going to get a 98 overall Night Train lane, which currently is going for over 700,000 coins on the auction block. So now this method, for me personally, and for any of you guys who are trying to fill out this Theme Diamonds 2, whenever you pull these cards, if you do still have the Theme Diamonds 2 slot available for them, go ahead and toss them in there. That's what I'm going to be doing. If you avoid that step, you're going to be making a lot more coins quicker. If you're going to be able to re-roll this method a bunch of times over and over, the more times that you do and you fill out that Theme Diamonds 2, you're going to get an even larger payback at the end if you can fill out that Night Train lane, either by selling him or you'll just have a very, very good card for your team. So now next we got this 88 Jarvis Landry. Again, 88s going into the set. Unless they're worth 9k or more, we're going to sell them. So looking at this Landry, he is worth 9k or more. We're going to put him up. Wouldn't be able to toss him into that set right now anyway, we would have just saved him. So now right here, I did kind of skip over them a little bit, but these 80 to 84 overall MUT Heroes, we are going to toss into the Jamal Adams Hero set. Now there's a lot of these MUT Hero sets, so you can look over them. Make sure you see which one is the most profitable at the time that you're filling this out. Jamal Adams has been a pretty consistently profitable one. His card is selling over on the auction block for anywhere from 70, 75k coins from what I've been seeing recently. There are some that are more expensive, but they're also more expensive sets to fill. So Jamal Adams is a good one to make for profit. So again, we have this 81 overall MUT Hero. Gonna toss him into the Jamal Adams set. So again, 83. I'm gonna check if I already have him. I already filled up his Theme Diamonds 2, and so gonna toss him into the 21 to 32 overall draft pick set. Cam Newton. I believe I already did the Panthers set. I did not actually, so I'll toss Cam Newton into the Theme Diamonds 2 set. Otherwise, for you guys, you'd be tossing him into the draft pick set. And just for the sake of time, I'll skip over the rest of those 80 to 84s. You know, you can just toss those into the draft pick set. Again, we'll have another one of these MUT Heroes. Toss them in. I already completed the Cowboys Theme Diamonds 2, so we'll toss him into the Jamal Adams set as well. Now this KJ Wright, already did the Seahawks set, so we look over at the spreadsheet for 90 overalls. Typically, we're going to want to quick sell those for training so that we can help supply the next time we re-roll this method. However, if it's worth 16k or more, especially if it's worth a good amount more, there's a lot of these that can go for roughly 20 or more thousand coins, then you're going to want to sell. Now he's going for about 18,000 coins, so I am going to toss him up on the auction block. It's a good way to just try to make some of that quick coins back, especially if you did have to buy a player to get the training in the first place. So I'm going to toss him up for 17.6, that'll work. Again, we have an 80 overall MUT Hero. I already did the Vikings set, so I know for sure he is going into the Jamal Adams set. Now 85, jumping back into the spreadsheet, 85 and 86 we're going to toss into the 87 to 88 exchange set. These 85s, no matter what, are going into the exchange set. 86s, as I saw before, I'm pretty sure, will be going for 6K or more. We're going to sell them. Otherwise, they'll also be going into the set. So this Xavier Woods, since I know I already did the Cowboys set, I will be tossing him into the 87 to 88 overall Elite Exchange set. So the only thing that I still need to fill out that specialist set is one more 89 to 90 overall card. Now since I didn't pull any of those, just real quick, it's kind of stupid, again, don't do this, but just to show you what you can end up making, as you see that KJ Wright just sold, which actually I shouldn't have sold, because to complete this video I could have just tossed him into the set. But you're going to want to look for an 89 to 90 to toss into that set as well. You typically wait until your next reroll where you can fulfill that 89 to 90, but right now, just again for the sake of time, for getting this video out of the way, I'm just going to go ahead onto the auction block, find the cheapest 89 that I can find, or at least a relatively cheap one, and right here we'll get this Shannon Sharpe for about 14,000 coins. Again, if I looked longer, I'm sure I could find one even cheaper than that, but just for the sake of this, so I'm going to take him, toss him into the Team of the Year Specialist set, and that's going to complete the set. So now we open up this Team of the Year Specialist player. What we're going to be looking for is Patrick Ricard or the kicker Zane Gonzalez. Those are the two most expensive ones, and we're going to get a 95 Everson Griffin. We can go ahead and check this out on the auction block, see what he's going for, but typically what we're going to do is we're just going to quick sell him for the training, so then we can help supply our next reroll. And we're just going to go through this process again. So just real quick, I'll check out what he's going for. He is going for a pretty decent amount. Typically what you're going to want to look for is about 110,000 or more, maybe 115,000 or more. For right now, I am going to toss him up onto the auction block, just so I don't have to go through the whole process of, re-rolling this again to show for video. So now, just to complete going over the rest of these cards still in the item binder from what I pulled. As you can see, there's a lot of these 83s that'll go into those draft pick set. The 88, which is going to be part of the specialist set. The 87s, looking in the spreadsheet, again, 87 will also go into the specialist set unless they're worth 8K or more. So we're going to look up this Gerald McCoy, see what he's going for. It will be less than 8K, so typically, going to go ahead and add those into the specialist set. However, again, for me, looking at this Theme Diamonds 2, I still have the Buccaneer set to do. He's one of the cards, so I don't need to use any of my coins on him. I'll just fill him into the set. Again, this 87 Joey Bosa, same as the 87 from before. This time I already did do the Chargers set, so he will go into the specialist set. Now I'm going to back out of here just to show you guys, again, what I'm talking about with these Theme Diamond 2 sets, in case you're not that familiar. If you haven't gotten very far out of them, if you haven't tried to get very far on them at all, it is going to take a long time. So I wouldn't really recommend this for most of you guys. I just wanted to show this method to say, partly because I knew I was going to be tossing some of those cards from my item binder into these sets, and I didn't want you guys to be confused. But then also, it can apply to any of you guys who maybe have started out on this, because I'm really chasing after this Night Train lane. I want him on my team, and even if he doesn't have that much of an upgrade from the guys that I have already, then I can go ahead and sell him for a lot of coins. So as you can see, completed a good amount of these sets already. For example, the Buccaneers set that I just tossed this last card into. So there's all these cards that I am still looking for to be able to toss into this set. Now obviously this method is the Theme Diamond 2 reroll set. So if I keep doing this set, odds are eventually I'm going to pull these cards. Even if not. Because of all the sets that I have already fulfilled, for the most part, I'm following along with the same method that I'm telling you guys to fill out that Team of the Year Specialist set. Which, as you saw with my last card, sometimes it's not going to be that great, but with that sell of 110,000 coins, I'm going to be making the vast majority of my coins back. Going to be losing a tiny bit, but it's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Because if you do get a good pull out of that set, you're looking at a lot of profit. If you pull that Zane Gonzalez kicker card, for example, you can be getting up to 80,000 coins in profit. Not just from selling him, but 80,000 coins in profit based on what you've put into the set. So again, just backing out into here, I have a lot of these sets filled already, like I said, and a good amount of them with just a couple cards in. So I'm just going to keep re-rolling this process. For the most of you guys, just focusing on that Team of the Year Specialist set is where you're going to make a lot of coins. Like I said, if you want to jump into this method that I'm doing, it's going to be a lot slower, but if you already made some progress on Theme Diamonds 2 and you just have some more to go, working your way up to that Night Train lane could end up paying off big. So I know I kind of went through a lot in this video and might have gone through it kind of fast, and was definitely a lot more confusing for you guys who are just trying to fill the Team of the Year set because of the fact that I'm still worrying about the Theme Diamonds 2 sets. So definitely, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter, I'll leave that link right here. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have. Again, like I said, just getting started on this channel, but my goal is to help you guys who are like me and want to earn as many coins as you can without having to spend any of your real money on this game. So if you did enjoy the video, if you got something out of it, again, please drop a like, subscribe. If you do follow along with this method, let me know if you just go with the normal method or if you're trying to build a Theme Diamond 2. Drop down in the comments, let me know if you do it, how it goes for you. That is going to do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.